Every car has an angle. In the case of the Nissan Sentra, that angle is focused squarely around affordability and practicality. Sure, sensible transportation won't elevate you to a spiritual plane, but it's exactly what most car buyers prefer, and Nissan knows it. Firmly adhering to this one-size-fits-all philosophy, the latest Sentra is styled to neatly toe the line between attractive and boring. It isn't a radical departure from the soul-crushing designs of yore, but the look is undeniably tasteful. Major styling cues borrowed from the larger Altima give the Sentra a more grown-up feel, while LED taillights and running lights should keep the exterior in vogue for years to come, or at least until LED accents are banished to the island of misfit add-ons. This particular model is the Sentra SR, which adds a touch of show sans the go by way of unique 17-inch alloys, a rear spoiler, side sill extensions, and revised front and rear fascias. Aesthetic details aside, the first thing you'll likely notice about the Sentra is its size. For a vehicle categorized as a compact, the Sentra is big. Really big. In fact, it's only a few inches shorter than some mid-size sedans. These generous proportions carry over to the interior, where the Sentra's rear quarters offer up ample headroom and better legroom than both the mid-size Altima and full-size Maxima. Up front, there's plenty of room all around, highlighted by comfortable accommodations like softly padded outboard armrests and well-shaped seats. Divert your eyes from the budget-grade headliner, and the Sentra's cabin imparts a relatively upscale ambiance. Ergonomics are also spot on, with the exception of an awkwardly placed center armrest. Call us old-fashioned, but our favorite aspect of the interior is its user-friendly nature. Audio and climate controls are intuitive and easily within arm's reach, and the instrumentation is about as unambiguous as it gets. In other words, there's no learning curve to the Nissan Sentra. And whether you're a big driver, little driver, or a driver who climbs on rocks, outward visibility is good in virtually all directions, although reflections in the rearview mirror give off an unsightly funhouse effect. Complementing the Sentra's practical persona is one of the roomiest trunks in the segment, offering 15.1 cubic feet of space and a pass-through opening that's wide enough to appease even the most discerning undertakers. On the road, the Sentra in no way rides like a small car because it's not. Most road imperfections are swallowed without drama, and the cabin is nicely isolated from road and wind noise. The Sentra's lone source of motivation comes from a 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine, which can be matched with either a standard 6-speed manual or optional continuously variable transmission. In an effort to maximize fuel economy at all costs, horsepower and torque figures are slightly lower than those of the outgoing engine. Though an extensive weight reduction of nearly 150 pounds helps offset the dip in power. Even so, the Sentra isn't all that inspiring from behind the wheel. It ranks among the category's slowest in terms of flat-out acceleration and has a tendency to make spirited passing and merging an arduous affair, especially with a pair of well-fed adults in the back seat. There is, however, a silver lining to the shortage of potency. A hybrid-like 34 combined MPG rating. The aptly named FE trim maintains that combined figure while adding low rolling resistance tires and a handful of aerodynamic bits for a negligible gain of 1 mpg on the highway. Yes, 40 mpg has a better ring to it than 39, but $400 is a steep price to pay for intangible bragging rights. It's also worth noting that buyers who opt for the base model's manual gearbox will experience a slight drop in fuel economy. Call it a sign of the times. Those who opt for the continuously variable transmission will enjoy seamless acceleration and power on demand without the non-linear response that plagues lesser CVTs. Despite some buzzing at high RPM, the Sentra CVT is arguably one of the best we've ever tested. Helping matters even more are Eco and Sport drive modes that respectively curtail and quicken throttle response. Prices start under $17,000 and jump to just over $23,000 for a fully optioned SV trim, equipped with features like keyless access and start, Nissan's ingenious Easy Feel Tire Alert, and touchscreen navigation with Pandora Radio, Google Send a Car, which lets you transfer an address or business listing to the car from a computer or mobile device, and our personal favorite, a physical back button. One item suspiciously absent from the options roster is Nissan's acclaimed 360-degree around view monitor, a feature that can be had in the less expensive Versa Note. And unlike many rivals in this class, the Sentra doesn't offer next-generation active safety gizmos like blind spot detection or pre-collision warning, meaning you might have to, pay attention to the road. But as an everyday commuter car, the Nissan Sentra does just about everything right. That said, there are a number of compelling alternatives to consider. Standouts include the similarly sized Volkswagen Jetta and Chevy Cruze, the sportier Mazda 3 and Ford Focus, the value-intensive Kia Forte and Hyundai Elantra, and, of course, the segment-dominating Toyota Corolla and Honda Civic. Nevertheless, if you place a premium on practicality, interior space, and ease of use, the Nissan Sentra comes highly recommended.